And young people is the hope in the future of our church, including kids, and of course including our adults, of course, to guide us. Let's pray before we read. Oh God, we come to you today to study your word. In a hope, dear God, that we will gain inspiration. I pray through the power of the Holy Spirit, dear God, to enlighten us. Give us, dear God, an understanding and open heart, dear God, to accept your words. That through these words today, like the book that was found during the time of King Josiah, this will be your book, your words, dear God, that will propel us, dear God, to reform our lives, especially now, at the end of these days. Thank you so much for your presence, dear God. May you empower us. Use me only, dear God, as your instrument. Hide your servant, dear God, behind the cross. That the glory and power of the Lord Jesus Christ will be seen and will be felt today. We ask all these things in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. If you have your Bibles with you, please open it and mark it if you can. The psalmist says, Psalms 90 verse 12, so teach us to count our days, in my version, maybe in your version, to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom, or we may gain a wise heart. It's just like saying, oh Lord, teach us to realize and to value that our time on earth is limited. That's what Paul's saying. That's what the psalmist is saying. So that we may gain wisdom, we may be wise from knowing, realizing this fact. You know, our time is very short. Psalms 94, verse what it says. Where is it? Where is it? Verse 8 or 9? Oh, yeah, verse 10. The days of our life are 70 years. No, matagal na no? Sa Psalmist pa, they realize already that the days of our life are 70 years, or perhaps 80 if we are strong. Even then, their span is only toil and trouble. They are soon gone and fly away. Comparing it to the infinite God, you know, no beginning and no end. The psalmist came to realize that, oh Lord, our time is very limited on earth. You know, people come and go, and then sooner or later we don't realize we're gone. Don't you realize that? You're just a speck, you know, in time of the existence of this earth only, not the universe. You're just, you know, you're just here. And your existence may or may not be noticed after a few generations from now, depending if you're popular. Jose Rizal existed centuries ago. We still notice it because he's a popular person. But me, but you, who are ordinary, maybe after your death, only your wife or husband can remember you, or children if you have. But 70 years, 60 years from that time, it will be forgotten. The psalmist says, teach us to number our days, to realize that our time here on earth is very limited. Therefore, we have to value the time that we are existing. That's what the psalmist is saying. Don't you realize that the same ground, you're not standing on the ground, but the ground, lower ground, that you will be standing later when you go down for lunch. Right? Many people stood there already, and they've come and gone. Right? Don't you realize that maybe the name that you're using, that people use that already, they've come and gone. And don't you realize that the water that you will be drinking, and you are drinking right now, for use by the people who existed already. I've been telling my kids, maybe, anak, yung iniinom mo ngayon, maybe ihi yan ni Ada. We don't know. It's just cycling, right? Water existed before even the creation of the earth. Remember, God saw the world, all waters in darkness. God did not create water anymore when He created the earth. It's already there, but He created water. But I mean, during the time of creation, proper, God did not create water already. It's there already. The water has been there, cycling and cycling and cycling. Who knows? The water in my bottle now is, you know, where's the bottle? I forgot already. It's there. Who knows? The water used by, you know, the same people in the Bible who existed long before my existence. Teach us, the psalmist says, to number our days. 70 years only in our time right now. And even in their time they realize, maybe 80, if you are very strong, if you are healthy, maybe you'll have 80 years. What is 80 years compared to eternity of God's existence, you know? What is, how many years that the earth exists? 6,000, 7,000 years to what we believe?
against the evolutionists, million years. Our existence is just speck in time. That's why the psalmist says, teach us, O Lord, teach us. We humans, finite, limited, very short-lived, to number our days, to value our time. That's why I've been talking about today. In the morning, I've talked about the finances of our church and us individuals, as believers. But now, I will be talking about this topic. I will be talking about this topic the way that you've never heard it before. That you will gain inspiration. How do we value, how do we look at our time as human beings? Our limited and very little time. You know something about time? It's funny because when I ask your brother about watch, what is your time, sister?
10 minutes before 12.
10 minutes before 12. Mine is 8 minutes before 12. Have you experienced that? Have you ever, once in your life, asked somebody the time, and it so happened that you have the same exact time? Experienced that? No, right? I haven't. Whenever I ask somebody, I haven't had an experience to have exactly minute, second, and hour. Sometimes they are ahead a minute, or slower a bit, behind a bit, at the same time. But the thing is, our time is very limited, and God has given us not the same amount of time. Some people will live longer. If you are healthy, strong, so be careful. If you are not healthy and strong, you will live shorter, right? Who knows? One of us, or me, or anybody. God will require your life tomorrow or whatever, I don't know. I don't know when. But we don't know when we will die. That's why the psalmist says it's very wise for us to know, to value our time. Time is very important. We may not know it. We may not realize, but time is very, very important. In fact, we always say that I will just see you if I have time. See that? I will just read the Bible if I have time. I will just come to church if I have time. I will just serve the Lord if I have time. I will just join the outreach program if I have time. But now, I am so busy, I don't have time. But the reality is, we don't have time. You don't own time. Can you own your time? Can you own it? You don't own it. You don't have it. Can you gather 10 years of your time and deposit it to a safe deposit box or bank account perhaps? So that when your friend, when your kid is dying, you can give the time that you own? Cannot. You cannot own time. You cannot own time. You cannot keep it for safekeeping. You cannot deposit it. Another reality about time is you cannot lend time. Hindi mo pwedeng ipahiram yung time. If it can be lent, many lives would have been saved. Hindi mo pwedeng yung 10 years na time mo, ipahiram ko muna sa anak ko para yung anak ko mag-survive ng another 10 years. You cannot lend it. Another thing is you cannot borrow time. Right? You're dying 50-50. You're given, 2 hours to live. Oh, my wife, can I borrow 10 years of your life? Give me, please, so that I will live more. I want to do more. You cannot borrow time. You cannot you cannot own time. You cannot lend time. Also, you cannot earn extra time, right? You cannot earn by working or doing something. You cannot add, some time in your life. That's why Jesus said, who among you here, by worrying about something and something like that, you can add something in your life? No. When God requires to end your life, it will end there. You cannot earn time. Another thing is, this is the favorite part. You cannot go back in time. If I can just go back in time, it will be wonderful. I will be correcting a lot of mistakes I've done. You cannot go back. Kaya meron tayo sa Facebook, nakakalimutan naman yung people. We have the memory, right? Memory. In memory, what are you trying to remember? The time that has gone. And usually memories are the sweet memories that you want to remember, right? You cannot. That's why you parents, like me, now that we have this time at present, enjoy being with your kids, with your children. No? Because you can no longer go back in time. Young people, listen to this one. I wish when I was younger like you, I'm still young, I'm not old, I heard this message, that you can no longer go back in time. Education says, you will only pass this way but once. Value every time that you're existing, because you can no longer go back in time. You cannot fast, you cannot rewind time. The thing is the opposite. You cannot